Welcome to Stride University. We're going to be continuing our discussion in the project module today, and specifically in previous videos or tutorials, I went in and showed you how to create a project, and we created this machine repair check-in project. So now what I want to do is I want to be able to uh, create a trigger so that when we do a certain action, it automatically creates a task in this project, and that task is something that we're going to track to make sure that it gets done. So the trigger I want to create is that when someone comes up to my register and says, "Hey, I want to check in this machine to be repaired," I can take some basic information from that person and print them out a little document that just says, "Hey, this is the information you gave us," and put them on their merry way so that they can have that little documentation. And then I want to create a task in this back office for our repair technicians to be able to say, "Oh, we got a new task. Let's grab this machine and work it through." So I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to create what I call that trigger product. So if you remember, we were in the project module, but to create this product and it can be a $0 product essentially, but that's what we're going to sell in order to create the trigger. So we're actually going to hop out of the project module and go into the inventory module here. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to create a new product. And so we're just going to go on hit the create button, and the name of this product is going to be machine repair check-in. Now, the first thing we want to do is change the product type from storable product to a service. Now, what this does is it brings up a dialog, and it says create on order. Right now it says nothing, but I want to create a task, and I'm going to link that to a project, and I'm going to link it to the machine repair check-in project. So if we go ahead and do that, now anytime this product is sold, it will create a task. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my price at 0 because I'm not taking any money from the customer at this point. I'm just checking in their product. So that creates the product. Now if I want to add certain questions that my cashiers or my intake personnel need to answer, we're going to go into what we call the attributes and variants tags here, tab. So in here, this is where we can create the questions that we want to ask. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a line, and I'm going to name this attribute customer name. And I've already created this in once before, so you'll see that that pops up for me. And then so I'm going to say, yep, that's the attribute I want, and the value I want is customer name. So now what's going to happen when we go to sell this product from the point of sale, a box is going to pop up, and it's going to say customer name. And I'm going to show you how to make sure you configure this correctly, because it's a little bit tricky if you don't do it quite right. So I want a custom, another value here, and I'm going to say I want the customer address. And I haven't created this yet, so I'm going to go ahead and create and edit. And this is where it's really important that we make sure to do a couple of things right. The display is all fine, we can leave it how it is, but we want to click never in this variance creation mode. That means it's not going to create a variant. What it's going to do is it's going to allow us to say, well, what do I want to put? So I'm going to put the same thing and call it customer address. And then if we look here, this actually says is custom value. And so I want to click yes, this is a custom value. It's not something that's predefined. So when we go to buy this or sell this $0 product, it's going to make us type something in, and that's what I want. So now I've got that set up just right. I'm going to hit save and close, and then I need to select customer address here, and then I've created some other ones. I think I have customer phone number, and I want to put that there. And then the last one that I've created, I'm going to just call it our notes section and our notes. So that's how I want that to go, and I'm going to go ahead and save that manually. So again, when we look at this, it's set up as a service. Create on order is a task, and I've linked it to the project that I want that to go to. So I'm going to go ahead and save that manually. Now, actually, one last thing I need to make sure is this is available in the point of sale, and then I can select my category that I want it, and I want to put it in my miscellaneous category, so it's a little bit easier to find because I don't have a barcode for this project or this product. A couple of other things to make sure you do. So now I've created that product product. I'm going to go ahead and show you where we're going to go into our point of sale so that you can see what this looks like when it's sold. So we're going to go into point of sale, and we're going to come into one of our sessions. I'm going to go ahead and add this machine repair check-in to our cart. And you'll see the first thing that pops up is my dialog box. So my customer name is Bill. The phone number is that. The notes, machine won't turn on, and then the customer address is 123 Easy Street. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. Now, I would always recommend that you add a customer in your checkout anyway. So this is Billy Fox. We're gonna add him as our customer. That way, his data is tied to not only the task, but it's also tied to this point of sales order. So he's brought in his machine. We're going to go to the payment. We always have to go through that. He doesn't owe us anything. We're going to go ahead and validate that, and that will print up a nice little receipt for him. You can say, hey, this is the machine repair check-in, and then it gives all the customer details right here. Just a quick note, we're working on this right now. It's kind of all jumbled up in here, but all that information is there. So, yep, that's done. We're good to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the back end so that we can actually go back to our project module, and you will be able to see on our machine repair check-in that a new project has been started. So if we check on that, Billy Fox is our customer. He's actually part of a company, so it's ReadyMat. And then you can see the details here. That task has been created, and there's the customer notes. Additionally, in here, if when your technician gets to it, they can come in and log a note and say started, whatever that is. It can be assigned to certain people, and then we could come in here and say, you know what, this is now in progress. It's been assigned, and someone's working on it. So that's how we create a project, and then from here, once the repair was completed, you could go in and grab, if your techs are keeping time, they could add the time that they spent working on it, and that we're gonna bill to the customer, and then you could go in and create a sales order for this service that you performed, and then from there you could notify the customer that it's ready to go. So that's how you create the product. And if you have any questions on how to do that, as always, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks.